Mr. B, are you laying down? Are you taking a nap? You want to have a belly rub? You want to have a belly rub? Oh, well, how come you don't want to roll over? Come on, don't you want your belly rubbed? Belly rubbed? Belly rub, bravo. Come on. Oh, you want more? You want more? More? Do you want more? Do you want more? Do you want more? Oh, yes, you do want more. How about if I stop? You want more? Good evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. Typical Monday fashion, guys. I actually woke up this morning at like 7 o'clock, 7:30 or something like that. I ended up falling back asleep until like originally like 10 o'clock. Then I fell back asleep again until like 12:30 almost. I was like, how on earth is this possible? Yesterday I slept in, well, on Saturday I woke up at 7 o'clock. Yesterday I slept in until maybe 9 or 10, and then today I slept in so late, and I actually didn't go to bed all of that late last night, like really super late. Tonight I stayed up, again, I stayed up to watch because of the overtime of the Sunday night football game yesterday, watching Seattle, and then tonight was the Bears game, so I'm actually staying up right now. It is just a little bit before midnight actually, but I stayed up to watch the post-game show as well. But guys, I missed the snow today, like maybe about an hour before I woke up this morning, an hour or two. It was snowing, and I knew it was supposed to snow. I think I even told you guys too, it's supposed to snow today, and so we did have snow outside, but since I missed it, it didn't really happen. It doesn't feel like the first snowfall to me yet, but my mom did take a picture or two and a video as well, so I can show you guys that. First snowfall of the season. It snowed outside today, so officially had the first snowfall of, see, you can't say the first snowfall of this year, I guess you can say of this season, because technically it still snowed back in January and February and March or whatever of this year. So we had the first snowfall of this winter season, when it's really still fall. So anyways, yeah, I edited today, I uploaded, I also ended up, actually, I just did a load of laundry right now so I could get the stuff in the bathroom laundry taken care of, because that is, I'm gonna clean the bathroom tomorrow, and hopefully I can get up early. Like, it stinks waking up so late like that. It's really unfortunate. I also got to my German lesson today as well, but yeah, like I said, guys, I am so upset. I don't know how I ended up missing that snow. Like, I am not a huge fan of the snow. I don't want it to snow early or anything like that. I would rather it, you know, stay warm until, you know, the thing was, it snowed for like maybe an hour or two and was kind of heavy for a little while. Obviously you guys will see it in the video, but it did not end up lasting really at all for very long, and like I said, by the time I woke up, which was about an hour or two, I think, after my mom actually took that video, which is when I woke up, it was all gone. I was like, is there still snow outside? And I was looking, I was like, nope, it looks like it's all gone. I'm not, you know, I don't like snow. I would rather, you know, I'd rather live in a warm climate, honestly, but I do like it for the holidays and stuff like that, and I feel like it's a nice change to the, you know, to the year and stuff like that. You know, it's the progression of the seasons and everything like that. And so I don't know if I'd like living somewhere where, you know, even though, you know, California or something like that, where it gets, you know, it can still kind of be cooler and stuff like that, but it doesn't get cold, you know, freezing cold to the point where it's snowing outside. And, you know, again, here where we will wind up getting snow in October. And so this snow was obviously earlier than last year's snow, which we got on the on Halloween. So that was the 31st, and today is what, the 26th, so a couple days difference. But again, it was only not even maybe an inch. I don't even really know. Whereas last year on Halloween it snowed so hard, we got several inches of snow, was like, and it came down fast too. You know, so that was just, you know, that stunk. And then I don't remember actually if it hung around very much after that, but it was like all kinds of sloshy outside, you know, and just like everything was cold, and like, you know, there was still kind of some snow in some places, and like everything got cold, and you know, it's just like the ground was like frozen by that time too. And so it was really unfortunate, like early start to winter. Whereas, like, it was funny too, because I was going through some of the old vlogs, and I was like, oh yeah, like in 2016, that year that the Cubs won the World Series, it was hot out when they celebrated, which was, again, the end of October or whatever it was. And I remember, like, everybody was, like, in t-shirts and stuff like that, celebrating the the Cubs, you know, when they won the World Series in Chicago and everything like that. And then, too, that was the year where we had a bonfire outside for Thanksgiving. So, like, I mean, it was cold out and cool, but it was more like October weather, like that Thanksgiving, I remember. And so I was thinking about that, and I was like, yeah. And then, like, last year we had snow on Halloween. Like, we couldn't even have a bonfire on Halloween, which has been, you know, like, that's sometimes a common thing. You know, I remember even too when I was, you know, maybe in middle school and stuff like that, I used to go over to, there was a couple of years, maybe even elementary school, like late elementary school. I don't think it was in high school. It's probably sometime around middle school. I remember a couple times going over to my friend's house after, like, we would go trick-or-treating and stuff like that together, and I remember going over to her house afterwards, and we'd like have a bonfire and stuff like that, you know, on Halloween. And so that's why, like, you know, we got a snow already this year. Last year we had that, like, almost blizzard on Halloween. I was like, it just seems really, like, you know, like weird. I'd rather have those warm falls instead of, you know, these really cold snowy ones. So Jack loves the snow. I don't know why. He's the only strange one that likes, you know, really loves the snow. And the weird thing is too, is that, like, it's not even because he's like, oh, I like to snowboard, you know, and stuff like that, or I want to go tubing, you know, or something like that. Like, he enjoys, like, outdoor snow, you know, recreation or anything like that. He's just like, it just looks pretty. I was like, yeah, but, like, what about when you have to, like, leave the house? And, you know, I don't know if he's really to that point yet, you know, in his life where he's still, like, young enough where the snow isn't hindering the things that he wants to do. Like, again, you know, my dad gets up in the morning to go to work, and a lot of times it's, you know, freezing cold and it's frosting outside. Like, on, again, Saturday when we went to the grocery stores at, you know, we were leaving around 7 or 8 o'clock, I think we left to leave, and again, it had, like, frosted everything. Like, the doors were almost frozen on the car, and it was really cold outside. And so, you know, like that, even though it wasn't snow, but, you know, then when you get up early those mornings and stuff like that too. Granted, now our car has an automatic start where we just have to hit the key button, you know, on the car, and it starts itself from it. We can stay in the house. You know, so the car's warm by the time you get into it, but, like, you know, having to shovel the driveway or brush the car off and stuff like that, like, those are all things that, like, you don't want to have to do. And so I think Jack's still at that in-between time where, like, snow's still fun because he doesn't have to drive in it or go anywhere, or, you know, again, take care of it, even though he will help my dad, you know, shovel the driveway and stuff like that. And I don't think he likes being out there. He'd rather live somewhere where it's, you know, cold and snowing almost all year round, or, you know, maybe a couple months, or, you know, warm weather and stuff like that, which, you know, I mean, here we have a pretty even, you know, our summer months and winter months are normally about the same, you know, and then we have spring and fall where it's kind of that in between, but normally we'll have as many hot days as we have of cold days, so we have a pretty equal balance, you know. But you know, whereas living somewhere that's hot, like again California or something like that. And I feel like even living in Canada, like, you know, that would be cold, but I don't know how much the cold necessarily, you know, because I went to Canada in the summertime, and you know, it was felt very much the same. Like, you know, might be a little bit shorter summers, but I feel like it's still somewhat, you know, sort of similar to our, you know, warm summer days and stuff like that. And it was funny too, because we actually, the day we came back, we were in, I think we were in maybe Michigan. It was actually colder in Michigan than it was in Canada when we actually came back into the US. And so it was like, yeah, that's funny how that happens. You know, because most people are like expecting, oh, you're going to Canada, it's going to be colder up there. But then, you know, like I said, we went in July maybe, or August or something like that. And so again, when we came back, it was actually like colder, like significantly colder. Like we had to be in like long, like it was pants and a sweatshirt kind of. And again, it was not, it was still summertime, but I just remember like there must have been like a storm or something that blew through. And so like those couple days right around there, it was like really cold. Like I said, I'd rather take like that warmer climate, even though I like still having cold like winter and snow and stuff like that, but I wouldn't mind it being a little bit shorter than what we have here in Illinois. Like, you know, I don't like having the, you know, 3 or so months, 3 to 4 months of it being, you know, cold and snowy, and then, you know, 3 or 4 months kind of it being, you know, hot summer days. And then again, we have that in between sort of where like you'll get those weird days in fall and spring and stuff like that where it can still be cold, but it could also still be warm. But Jack really likes the, like I said, the cold and stuff like that. So I don't know if that will change as he gets older, but I guess it's good to make sure that we documented the fact that he does say that he likes the cold, because I can hold it over his head one day when he's older and he's like, I can't stand, you know, the snow, and I can't stand winter and stuff like that. You know, like it's gonna be one day when he actually has to drive places and go, you know, somewhere and things like that, and the snow starts to ruin his plans and everything. And so, you know, he's gonna have to deal with all of that. So hopefully we'll have a mild winter. I wouldn't mind, you know, some days of snow. I felt like last year, while we got, you know, some days where it snowed and stuff like that, it would snow for a little while, and then like, I don't know, we never had days where it was like, seemed like there was never like, for a week straight we had snow on the ground. Like whether the snow was just cold enough, it was cold enough to stay, or like it would snow again, and you know, for like a whole week or two straight we just have snow on the ground. Like it'd snow and then a day or two later it'd be gone, and then maybe a few days later it'd snow again, and then, you know, it'd be gone again in a couple days after that. We never had like that like prolonged period of time of like constant snow on the ground last year, whereas the year before that was when we had that that freezing cold, like Arctic winter. Those couple days where it was like that Arctic freeze, like winter, where it was like negative crazy something, and with the wind chill and stuff like that. Like it was, they had to actually, I think what happened too was that in the city and like on the train tracks, they actually had to, I don't know, it was like they had to melt like the train tracks, or like start them like on fire or something like that, actually, to melt them, because there was something with like the trains couldn't run because of how like cold the tracks were and stuff like that, because they'd like froze over or something like that, and they, you know, wasn't warming up anymore. So there was something like really weird with that, I remember too. So hopefully we don't get a winter like that this year. That'd be really nice, but I'm not it's never a good thing when it snows really early in the year. But it looks like it's supposed to be, like on Halloween on Saturday, it's supposed to be 55 as a high. So that's still okay weather, you know, not freezing cold. It doesn't look like we're supposed to have snow on Halloween again. So we can enjoy most likely a bonfire in the backyard this year, versus last year we couldn't do that. So we'll see. But obviously I will keep you guys informed and hopefully share with you guys our, you know, what we're going to do on Halloween. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.